few tips to help you ease any issues you might be having with your feet cramping, your knees being a little achy, or feel like you're pulling your knees in certain postures, or your wrists bothering you when you're in table position or downward facing dog. So I'll help address those, and maybe this will help you deepen your practice and stick with your yoga. So one of the most important things to do is when you're sitting at the beginning of your practice and centering or meditating or working on your breathing practices, a nice thing to do is to use a cushion. Let me show you why. If you're sitting and your knees are way up in the air, your back's probably rounded. And with the back rounded, it's hard to open up the front of the body to really get some length in the torso so that you can breathe deeply. When you sit on a pillow, you want to sit just on the edge of it so that it tilts the pelvis forward and gets some length in the lower back, and you have that nice natural curve in the lower back. And it makes it easier to sit up tall and to deepen your breath. It also eases the strain on the knees. Again, if your knees are bothering you, you can stretch your legs out. You can maybe stick one leg out, whatever works for you. You can also sit on a pillow like you're riding a horse. This doesn't work for me because it bothers my knees, but a lot of people find this more comfortable. You can also stack up a couple of cushions. Just sit on a cushion. It really helps. If you don't have an official yoga meditation cushion, it's okay. Just grab any pillow. They're usually kind of soft, so just fold it in half, sit on it. It'll make sitting, the breath work, the meditation practices a lot easier. And now to the wrists. So when you're in table position, a nice little quick tip is to just make fists out of your hands. And that helps give a straight line, takes that pressure off your wrists. And then once your wrists get a little stronger and you flatten your hands out and it still bothers you, you can roll up the front of your mat a few times, just about so there's about 1 inch there of thickness, and then get your wrists higher than your knuckles, and that'll help flatten the hands out a little bit more and take the pressure off the wrists. Another important tip when you're on your hands and knees is to completely flatten out your hands. A lot of times people's hands make little spider shapes like this. So their knuckles are up in the air and their wrists are down, then all that weight's going on your poor little wrists. So spread it out. Let the whole hand carry the weight on both hands. You can also turn your hands out. You can turn your hands around backwards. Any way that works. If your wrists are really inflamed, do not flatten your hands out. Don't force it. Use the support of rolling up the mat or making fists. You don't want to aggravate it. Oh yeah, and that is a dartboard there behind my head. Kind of a funny place to do yoga, but it's cold today, so I came into my office instead of out in the sunroom where I normally do yoga. It just looks funny, but anyway. Okay, so that's the wrists, and now on to your knees and your feet. So when you are folding down into child's pose, if you feel any discomfort, a pull in your knees, you might want to take that same towel or an extra yoga mat if you have it, roll it up, put it between your legs, and then it's much more comfortable to fold down. It shortens those muscles and ligaments that have to stretch there. Until you get a little looser in the quads and the hips, it's nice to put that towel between your legs. Another problem people have a lot when they first start out is they get a cramp in the arches of their feet when you try to flatten out the tops of your feet. So what you can do is take that same nice friendly pillow, sorry, it's a towel, put it underneath the tops of your feet and sit back. And that takes that cramp right out. So you might need 2 towels, one here, one there. Something under your wrist. If that's what you need, that's what you need. Don't let it stop you from completing your 30 days of yoga and deepening your practice. Now go out, have a great day.